Hello one and all. We're here at Regency Court Park, which is between, well, it's a Cheltenham address, but it's between Cheltenham and Gloucester. And we're just going out for a little walk. Oh. It's quite a busy little road, this.
Yeah.
We're sort of in the middle of the countryside. The motorway is over there somewhere, the M5.
No, it's this
The
way.
M4 and 40. Oh no, it's 40.
A40.
The A40 over that way. And the M5 is over that way. You can see it's quite a busy road. And there are no pavements. So we're going up this way. We'll cross over in a moment and face the traffic. We're crossing over. Oh, there's a path on this side further up. Carol's explored out here already. She came out for a walk a few days ago. We've actually been here, how long have we been here? 3.5 weeks. Oh, there's the aeroplane. So, Gloucester Airport is just up here. So we see a lot of planes, little light planes coming in and out. No jets or anything like that. So the date today is the 17th-ish. It is a Wednesday, I know that. Around about the 17th of November. It's fairly mild still. We've got a little garden centre here, just up the road. They do some nice things in there, we have seen. There it is. Dundry Nursery and Garden Centre. We've had a wander around there. There's a second-hand sort of bookshop, charity shop in the back there. They got a little cafe, Ruby's Cafe. We haven't actually had anything there, but they do some lovely pickles and things in there, don't they?
Yeah.
So we might buy some of those one of these days. Some lovely looking sort of homemade pickles.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk up here. The airport is up round here. And there's a cafe pub.
Yes, the Aviator.
The Aviator. We may stop for a coffee there. And then there's a bit that Carol hasn't explored yet, which is a bridleway that goes back across the other side of the M5.
Yeah, this side of the M5.
This side of the M5.
Goes down there.
And comes back out up the road
Yeah.
from us. So we'll probably do the circuit today. We've not really done any videos since we've been here. This is next door to the campsite.
Yeah.
Is this
Mobile home.
mobile home site? Yeah, we've not really done any videos. I think we've had. Well, we were exhausted when we got here because we'd had sort of 3 weeks of non-stop
Yeah.
stuff. We had to go over to the doctors at Cricklade 3 times
Yeah.
because they tried to scare us to death, saying that our blood pressures weren't right. So we had to go back for a second go. The nurse couldn't find Carol's pulse at all. She was apparently dead. No, she she said she sort of felt that there was a skip in the heartbeat. So she had to go back for an ECG as well. Then we had to go back for our flu jabs. Then Carol had to go back for another test. So it's sort of like backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Fortunately, we had a car for a week, so that helped. But then we did have to use the bus from here. And fortunately, you can get a bus from here into Cheltenham. That's the number 94. And then from Cheltenham, you can get a bus all the way to Swindon, actually, but it goes via Cirencester and then Cricklade. Takes about an hour.
Oh yeah,
over an hour.
Over an hour, yeah.
That part of the journey, and don't know how long from here to about 10 minutes or so into Cheltenham, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a bit of an adventure, but it was okay. But coming back from that, the next couple of days, I came down with a nasty cough and cold. Initially, sort of as you do these days, worried that it might be corona virus, but did the test, that came negative, and I started taking some of Carol's echinacea tablets. This is not sponsored, but I have to say that as soon as I started taking those, I started feeling a lot better. Might have just been that I was 2 or 3 days into it already, but really did seem to make a difference. So I shall do that again if I start to feel unwell. Hit it straight away rather than waiting 2 or 3 days. So yeah, so I wasn't very good for, well, a good 10 days. And then getting over that, and then Carol's back decided to play up, so she was a bit under the weather with that for a few days. So and then you look around and 3 weeks have gone by. So this is our first real venture out together. Carol did come out while she was feeling well and I wasn't, and did a little explore, but she didn't video anything. So here we are at the M5, busy as usual.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But they're exiting here, the exit onto the A40,
Yeah,
going into Cheltenham. Now they're doing work on the bridge down there, and I can see traffic going across that top bit, but it's not the connection.
No.
So if you came off here going south, you can't then go across to Gloucester. You can only go to Cheltenham.
Yeah.
You have to go down to 11A, or up to 11A, whichever you call it, whichever it is, to get off for the Gloucester part. And normally you can go round here and off that way. So just a bit inconvenient for us when we were coming up from the south, because we couldn't come off on that side, on the Gloucester side, and come across to go just down here, literally down the road. So we had to go at 11A and go round the houses, through the lanes to the campsite. And unfortunately, that work is going to be going on for the whole time that we're here. Just a little update on the MOT and service. I may have said this before, but it's been a while, so catch up time. MOT and service went well, except that On the MOT, there was an advisory on the brakes that the brake pads needed replacing, and the brake pads weren't available at the time to do immediately, so that didn't get done, and have now still got to be done. And there were a few other things that didn't get done, which were additional jobs to the service and MOT. One of which was the problem we've got with the waste, the black waste. It's not closing up because the valve lining, the what do you call it? The rubber seal, that's it, has gone. And he didn't have one of those either, so that's still waiting to be done. We bought rubber draft excluder for under the slide out, which we wanted put on, and unfortunately he didn't get round to that. Also the valve, the inlet valve for the water, it lets water in, but it also lets water out if we don't have the tube pinned up to stop it flowing out. So it's containable, it's workable, we can get around both of those things, but they need doing. What else? There's another thing as well.
The fuel tank.
Oh yes, the fuel tank straps went. You'll have seen the video for that. That he's fixed temporarily with straps, but they need the proper metal straps, which again obviously he didn't have on the shelf and has had to get ordered. So we're due to go back in 6th of December. 6th of December, due to go back down to Weymouth to ABM Motors. ABM Motors, yes.
ABM.
Yeah. To get those things done. So that's been sort of 6 weeks in between. And to be honest, that's been weighing a bit heavy on my mind. Oh, also a Victron controller we need. Well, a controller for the solar, and we're thinking that that'll probably be a Victron, because the solar controller that had been put in there with the solar 2 years ago, coming up 3 years ago I suppose, wasn't, let's say it probably wasn't the best controller in the world, and had gone, and that was why we had all the battery issues. The batteries, he tested the batteries, they're actually okay, although we feel we probably want to boost the amp hours. But the issue with that is the space that we've got to put new batteries in. If we try to have more amp hours, they tend to be bigger batteries, obviously, and the space is limited in the battery compartment, which is under the steps. So there we go. Look, that's 13 minutes. So I think that's enough for this part of the video. I'll sign off now. God bless, take care of yourselves. Do subscribe if you'd like to follow our adventures and our misadventures. And if I get some pictures of the airfield, I'll put those with this. But I'll also video a little bit of the rest of the walk round as well, as we did when we were in Gloucester in lockdown. We're not in lockdown, hooray! We can go in a cafe, hooray! There's the cafe, and there's the airfield. There we are. Nice little walk, 15-minute walk up to here. Okay, so we'll see you again later. Bye for now. Yeah. They're only little planes, but they're in and out all the time. There's one just landed over there. This one's taxiing in. looks like that other one there with the lights flashing. He might be about to set off.
Yeah.
Taxi out and take off. Oh, is this the cycle path? The way you think goes back?
I know. This goes on.
Oh, this goes on towards Gloucester.
Gloucester, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. There we are.